Top down, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the custom card reviews. And in today's video, I will go over the updated version of Broken Tunes, and their whole gimmick is supposed to be not trolling, but broken, like having broken cards in this archetype. That's a whole gimmick of it. So basically, if your opponent, it's some of the cards support their cards, and some are just like, oh, I'm gonna be big bad thing for other archetypes things. So let's start things off with a core of the archetype. Core of the Broken Tunes. It's a dark level 1 machine tuner effect monster. If your opponent normals or special summons a monster to their field, you can special summon this card to your field in attack mode from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, take control of one or take control of a summoned monster to your field, no matter if it's unaffected by card effects. If you do, then this card equips to it. The equipped monster's name is treated as a Broken Tunes monster once per turn. During either player's turn, you can pay 100 life points. You negate all card effects during this turn until the end phase. You take no damage from this card. So the first effect, the equipped monsters effect, is basically it would be equipped to the monster like Golden Lord or something. Yeah. The Golden Lord, like say if someone was playing the Golden Lord deck and they summoned Golden Lord and you had this card in your hand, you take control of it. And what does it give you? The Broken Tunes Golden Lord. It's a light level 11 monster. 1, 2. Yep. Because I believe that, hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh! Golden Lord. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yep. He's a level 10 monster, but with the core added an extra level, makes him a level 11. He's a light level 11 machine effect monster with an extra. So it's supposed to be like his fusion form. This one. But also added, and then, yeah. So, this card, this is going to be a summoning condition. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by shuffling 1, outledge the Golden Lord, or 1, outledge the Mad Golden Lord monster that is equipped by a core of Broken Tunes monster. If this card is summoned this way, destroy all cards from your opponent's field to the graveyard, and their effects are negated until the end of your next turn. If this card is sent to the grave, you can special summon this card to your... Wait, hold on. You can shuffle one. Sorry, I'm just trying... If this card is sent to the grave or banished, or banish zone, I like to call it, you can shuffle one Core of Broken Tunes monster into your deck. Special summon this card to your field in attack mode. But if it does, then this card attacks your opponent's life points directly. You take no damage from battles involving this card. So basically Golden Lord, Hearn, like summoning condition is basically, example would be like if you had the Golden Lord on the field, or your opponent just summoned him, and you use Core's effect to bring the Golden Lord to your side, and you had him on your field, and you have to protect him, and you can special summon this guy out by shuffling both of them, like him back into the deck, so that the reason why is because of his, like, you can send this card and one, or actually send it to the graveyard, and if this card is in your graveyard, so I don't want to make it have a trigger effect and have like a loop of something. So that's why he'll destroy all of the cards, right? Let me see. Yeah, he destroys all cards from your opponent's field. So basically it does this board wipe stuff. And it also shuffles the core back into the deck and like to special summon itself. So then the Broken Tunes Bloody Doll, it's a dark level 4 machine effect monster. And this, you cannot special summon from the extra deck the turn you activate this effect, except Broken Tunes monsters. If this card is in your graveyard, you can reveal one monster in your extra deck, special summon the 3 materials from your deck to the revealed monsters list. And this card, so basically this card is summoned to, I know, if this card is sent to the grave, except from the hand, you can add it to your hand. You can only use each effects of Broken Tunes, Bloody Doll, once per turn. So yeah, basically has similar effect, but this one has more of a, like, can summon 3 Cyber Dragon, and then, but instead of summoning, yeah. So now we're on to Glitch of the Broken Tunes. It's also a dark level 4 machine effect monster. If this card, or if your opponent active or declares, If your opponent declares an attack while this card is in your hand, you can reveal this card to your opponent, special summon this card to your field in attack mode. If you do, negate that attack and make it the end phase. And if this card is sent to the grave or banished, you can shuffle this card into the deck. Both players lose their life points for each card from both players' fields and their graveyards times 500 points. This card's effects cannot be negated by card effects or by your opponent's card effects. You can only use this effect for once per turn, and you take no damage from battles involving this card. I kind of made him balanced because it's, in my words of balance, is like, I try to word it like I could have just let all that slide and both players take damage. And like if it was summoned. But yeah. So then the spell card Fusion of the Broken Tunes, where it's a fusion spell card where it's like these two broken tune monsters coming out of the fusion one. Yeah. It's a fusion, or its thing, like effect is fusion summon fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand, field, or graveyard, or deck as fusion materials. Its name is treated as a broken tune monster on the field. So basically, it means the fusion material or fusion monster's name. It becomes broken tunes. If this card is in your graveyard or banished, you can shuffle this card into the deck. Add one broken tune card from your deck, except this card, to your hand. You can only use this effect for once per turn. This card cannot be negated by card effects or by your opponent's card effects, and cannot be chained by card effects of your opponent. So, yeah. So it's basically, you activate this card, you fusion summon, like, say 3 Cyber Dragons into Cyber End Dragon, and it becomes a broken version of it. So now let's continue with how many? So we're on, then we have Vacuum. In the last one, in the last custom card thing, I was kind of right that if your opponent activates the card effect, and you can reveal this card from your hand, special summon it to your field in a defense mode, and if you do, negate that card effect and shuffle it into the owner's deck. Once per turn during either player's turn, quick effect, you can select one monster from your opponent's deck or graveyard, special summon it to your field in attack mode. But if you do, then equip one core of the broken tunes monster from anywhere to the special summon monster by this effect, and treat it as it was the effect of the core of the broken tunes monster's effect. And instead, so if this card is if this card can attack your opponent's life points directly, well, it is in defense mode. So basically it's saying, like, I can attack you when I'm in defense mode. Come here. So, yeah. And what it means, you can, it is treated as like if your opponent summoned him. And takes, like, yeah. So then we got the hand things, Darkness Hand of the Broken Tunes, where it is a trap card, counter trap to the opponents that activate or declares an attack. You can shuffle one card into the negate it and shuffle it into the owner's deck. If this card is in your graveyard or banished, you can shuffle this card into the deck, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent's life points. So yeah. So then the Skilled Girl is basically like you can add 2 cards from either player's graveyard or banish zones and add them to your hand. And if you do, then both players gain life points and all that stuff. I'll have you read here. Ready? Boom. I'm trying. Oh, there we go. You see that far? So, yeah. I'll give you 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, yeah. Then we got Broken Tune Searcher. This card, you can banish this card before the duel starts. So basically, you can banish it, and then no matter whose turn it is, and this only prevents it reflects the or effect damage to your opponents instead of you. So, like, if your opponent plays, I really haven't seen too many people do Eye of Truth and the bad reaction to Samachi thing. Because both of those two can be like, oh, you have a card? What? And you have this card. So basically your opponent's burning themselves. With, yeah. Or volcanic stuff. Yeah. So once per turn during either play or during your opponent's turn, if they activate a card effect that negates all card effects, you shuffle one card. Yeah, basically. So shuffle one card from your graveyard or field into the deck, negate that card effect, and make it the end phase. So then, yeah. So then last night's golem, or like stone golem, is basically this card cannot be normal summon or set. You can special summon him from your deck or hand by shuffling one card from your hand or field into the deck, and then this card can attack your opponent's side points, and if it does, then the damage is half. So basically, go from 3,000 to like 15. In attack. And then this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card your opponent's card effects. And this card or the effects cannot be negated by card effects of your opponent. And once per turn during your opponent's draw phase, this card loses 1,000 attack defense. Hence, shuffle your opponent's entire hand into their deck, and then they draw 4 cards from the top of their decks. If you do, or if it does, then your opponent loses 1,000 life points. If this card is sent to the grave or banished, you can shuffle this card into the deck. Special summon 2 broken tunes. Hoon's tokens. Attribute is earth and type rock, and then the attack is 2,000 and defense is 3,000. And level 7 monster, so basically to your field in the defense mode. You take no damage from battles involving this card. You can only use this effect for once per turn. So, yeah. So it's basically he summons himself pretty easily by just shuffling a card into the deck. Special summon him, use his effects, and yeah. And if he was destroyed, then 2 of his golem pals just get summoned and be like, oh, I'm going to beat you up. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. So, yeah. So, do you like this archetype? Is it your favorite archetype? Because I was trying to find the spell card thing, the field spell. But I don't remember if I saved it. So, yeah. And the broken tune bloody doll thing is based on her. So, yeah. So, please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and if you want to see a new archetype, because I'm thinking about doing newer and newer stuff, like making a crash doll thing where the whole archetype is based on, like, if it's normal summoned, it's treated is treated as a normal. It's like the Gemini thing, where you can, yeah, because there's so many Gemini support, yeah. So, peace out, y'all. Peace.